Welcome back to House on Carrion Hill, House of Bob's cosmic horror adventure played in Pathfinder 2nd Edition in the Galarian campaign setting.
Hi, I'm Dan. I'm playing Willen Dappen, the Gnome Wizard.
Hi, I'm Janette. I'm playing Bimpkin, the long-snout rat oracle.
Hey, I'm Shubert. I am playing Knib-Knub, the razor-tooth goblin fighter.
I'm Trevor, and I'll be playing Theobald, the orc investigator.
And I'm Shaun, your game master. If you like what we do and you want to support the show, visit us at patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on House on Carrion Hill. With the mayor informed of the Keeper's defeat and the Spawn of Yog-Sothoth's path plotted, the heroes have taken vantage in the belfry of the ossuary Cathedral of Pharasma. But as they sharpen their blades and prepare their spells, a strange figure approaches with dire news. And we open on a dark basement with tight-packed midstone bricks, low rafters, and cobwebs cluttering everything. From the stairs at the far end of the room, a lone path wobbles through the dust and the webs to end at a long black box. Its lid sits just slightly ajar. With a creak, the door at the top of the stairs opens, and candlelight floods in as a stooped halfling man slowly descends the stairs, a broom in hand. Berkley, grim-faced and pale despite the warm glow of the candle's flame, sets to work with the broom, pushing around dust and winding up cobwebs. He clears a large area in the center of the room. He looks around, calculating, and once certain of his progress, nods to himself. Over the next few hours, we see Berkley ascend the stairs and come back down dozens of times. He brings books and jars and little boxes of materials. He etches lines into the floor with a butter knife, traces over that with chalk, places candles and baubles out. With a brush, he flicks viscous fluids amongst the periphery of the circle, carefully wiping them up with the rag if they don't fall just right. When the magic circle is complete, he goes upstairs again, and when he returns, he is dragging the comatose form of Keeper Arland Hive. He drags Hive by the shoulders, and like a rag doll, the human's boots clack against each step as he slips closer to the basement steps. With a spell, Berkley lifts Hive into the air and suspends him in the center of the magic circle. With another few words, the circle begins to glow, and a raspy voice calls out from the black coffin in the corner. Is it done? Berkley examines his work, licking dry lips and massaging sore shoulders. Yes, he should be quite hidden from the beast. We bought them time to deal with the others. The Spawn, though, now has fewer targets to home in on. Good. We will wait to drain him then. I can wait a little while. And they do wait. 2 whole days pass with Berkley keeping watch over Hive, keeping him in a stupor with regular spoonfuls of some thin, clear liquid. Suddenly there's a faint whisper from the box. Berkley, it is time. And the box lid shifts slightly, and a mist begins to roll out from the small opening. The cloud tumbles lazily to the ground and then creeps across the room to the center of the circle, forming a pool of haze next to the slumbering body of Hive. Critchfield slowly takes shape, struggling to reform into his corporeal self. He's withered and drawn, his dark skin pulled tight over his bones. Critchfield dives onto Hive, his mouth locking onto the cultist's neck, who awakens from his coma with a silent start. The two struggle for a moment as Critchfield uses his supernatural strength to force Hive still. For a moment, everything is still and quiet except for the vampire slurping. And then with a thrumming vibration, a sickening purple light begins to pour out of Hive, resonating through the room. The light begins to cling to Critchfield like ants pouring out of their hill, clambering over the vampire and driving towards his mouth, open wide with shock and surprise. And still on the steps leading out to the basement, Berkley looks on in abject terror. And we cut to black. So the 4 of you stand on the stoop of the ossuary church. The old halfling Berkley standing in front of you, telling you this terrible occurrence, the mistake that he and Critchfield have made. What do you say? What are you thinking?
Knib-Knub is completely pissed off at this guy for just not letting him kill him in the first place. If they had just let Knib-Knub bite him, then we wouldn't be in this situation. So Knib-Knub is, he doesn't know how to express all this, so he's just sulking.
We gave you guys one job to do. Oh my God.
I understand. we couldn't have anticipated this magic to behave so differently than we expected.
Oh, yeah, magic is always super normal and predictable. Frickin' idiots.
It's surprisingly astute.
Yeah. Good job, Knib-Knub.
I'm always warning you guys against reading and magic, and look where we end up.
Well, that's on par.
Yeah, that tracks. That's
That sounds more like Knib-Knub, yeah.
Theobald, Bimpkin, you guys think anything?
Theobald is shaking his head. He fucked up. Should have listened to Knib-Knub.
So true.
Now we have a vampire to fight too. Damn it.
This vampire, he seemed pretty weak, right? Like Critchfield?
Yeah, he seemed very desiccated and old. He just looked like a paper-thin skin on an old man's body when you saw him.
Yeah, that's what they're supposed to look like, though.
I don't think he's an issue.
Once you feed them, they, thrive back.
Maybe.
I think he is. We have to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to kill him, but I'm not, too concerned about killing him, per se. I think he'll be easy. He's just the new target for the beast.
Yeah, I think our little halfling friend who got us into this mess, Berkley, please tell me you have a contingency plan for your friend who you've let slowly eat you for however long. Like Batman and Superman. You have to have something hidden up your sleeve just in case.
I have a stake. And, we're here at the ossuary church, so, we could get a holy symbol or something. That might keep him at bay. He cannot approach too close.
So your plan is a wooden stick.
Well, if he attacks, we can knock him unconscious and the stake will pin him down. But, you need sunlight to kill a vampire.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I knew that.
What time is it?
Right now, it is probably 4 in the morning.
4 in the morning. Is it overcast? Do we got clear skies?
It's pouring rain, thunderstorm rain now.
Yeah, sounds good.
Of
Well,
course.
maybe we wait until he goes to... I assume we sleep in coffin, I don't know. But then we take coffin, we bring into sun, lift lid, done.
Yeah, totally.
That seems really smart.
But what if the rain doesn't let up?
Right.
We just don't take the lid off. We sit on top of the lid.
How about we put a bunch of chains on the coffin, and then we throw it in the river?
And as you're planning this, I would like all of you to make a perception check. An initiative perception check.
Oh,
great.
no.
So, Bimpkin, as the group is debating and talking about where and how and why and when and how you're going to do this, you and Berkley are the only two that notice another figure approaching from across the square. Taller and hunched, this creature with glowing red eyes begins to walk towards you through the rain. Thunder cracks, and you hear a stronger voice than you're used to call out, "Berkley! Berkley!
Uh-oh.
I need your help." And you look over and you see the dark figure of Critchfield approaching from the square.
Oh, he looks so young.
He does look younger. He looks healthier.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Well, you look nice.
He looks hungrier. He looks
Uh-oh.
healthier. He looks at you with his glowing red eyes, and you see that growing from the side of his face are 3 6-inch long tentacles writhing next to his neck.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Ugh. That's not good.
As he approaches the stoop of the cathedral, he begins to hunch down, bares his claws on his hands, and growls, "I'm still thirsty, Berkley." And it is Bimpkin's turn.
Oh, no. Okay.
Can you cast sleep on him?
I don't have sleep, but that wouldn't be a bad idea. I can command him to stay, so we could try talking to him.
Do you want to do a recall knowledge or a seek?
Yeah, maybe recall knowledge.
Okay, it would be a religion check.
22.
Okay. So you are familiar with the typical vampire folk tale. They are going to be, like most undead, immune to being put to sleep or poisoned. You know that a vampire will continue to heal, especially if it's able to drink blood from any wounds that it suffers, unless it is pinned down with a stake. And you know that it's going to have pretty speedy reflexes.
Okay. I'm going to just lean over and touch Willen on the shoulder.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure we're going to have to fight him now, he says.
Yeah.
And he'll cast Forbidding Ward on Willen. So you get a +1 to your AC and your saving throws against the enemy's attack spells and other effects.
And that lasts as long as Bimpkin sustains it. So if Bimpkin keeps spending one action on it on future turns, it will continue to last. So Forbidding Ward on Willen, this glowing ghostly light begins to encircle Willen and form a shield between him and Critchfield. It is now Berkley's turn. Berkley is going to pull a short bow he'd been concealing beneath his jacket, and he will fire an arrow at Critchfield.
Oh, okay. I still wasn't sure whose side he was on, so...
Should we just let these two fight?
So Critchfield's going to take a little bit of damage from that short bow. And then Berkley is going to move off to the side and say, "He's very strong. Deal with him while you can."
Berkley, this is your fault.
He's going to make a second shot from a little further away.
Oh, I thought he was literally running away.
No. He's just strafing out to the side through the little graveyard in front of the cathedral at the base of the steps. Next up, we have Knib-Knub.
I guess I'm going to go grab this Critchfield guy.
Okay.
So Knib-Knub is going to charge directly at him.
Nice.
Knib-Knub is running towards him, and he's just going to go for a full tackle. So I guess this is a grapple check. I might re-roll that. I rolled a 4.
Oh, yeah. You guys should have 2 hero points.
Yeah, I'm going to re-roll it. That's a nat 20.
All right. So
Boom.
Critchfield is grabbed. He is restrained until the end of your next turn unless you move or your target escapes. So it's actually worse than grabbed.
I got him, you guys. Do the stake thing now.
And it is Willen's turn.
I'm wondering, maybe I can duck back in to the church, find out where they keep their steaks.
Yeah,
Probably in the fridge.
usually.
And
Keep
then,
him cool.
Cold cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Before I do that, though, I will tap Theo on the shoulder.
Oh, a lot of shoulder tapping going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even need to tap him on the shoulder, but it felt like the right thing to do.
Okay.
And then I cast haste on Theo.
Oh.
Okay. What does haste do for me?
You're going to get an extra action that you can use towards a strike or a stride.
Beautiful.
That lasts for 1 minute, so you're good to go.
Nice.
So that was 2 actions for me, so I'll use the rest of my actions to run inside the church and see if I can find a stake.
All right, so Willen, you run back into the church, and against the north wall from you, you see a wooden broom leaning against the wall.
Okay. I'll start making my way there, but I won't make it this turn.
Okay. Critchfield's turn. Critchfield grappled and restrained by Knib-Knub here. Restrained says, "I'm tied up and can barely move. The creature has me pinned. I'm flat-footed and immobilized. Can't use any actions with the attack or manipulate trait except to attempt to escape or force open the bonds." So I need to escape. He's going to try and acrobatics out. And DC is your athletics DC, I think. So
Not on my watch.
what's your bonus to athletics?
It's plus 14.
Oh, so I need a 24. Okay. 16 fails.
It's going to be very hard to get out.
It is going to be hard, especially because every attempt, I think, gets harder. Oh, okay, that's a natural 20.
Oh, no.
So Critchfield manages to slip out of your grasp. No longer restrained, no longer grabbed. He slips out and wriggles around and attempts to slash you with a claw. Natural 1. But he's out. He's free. Theobald, it is your turn.
My turn to use that haste to move to close the distance between me and Critchfield
So you're not flanking Critchfield, but you are adjacent to Critchfield and Knib-Knub.
Nice. I'm going to use a devise a stratagem, contemplate how I will stab him with my sword. I also have a feat called Known Weakness that whenever I use devise a stratagem, I can also attempt to check recall knowledge as part of that action.
Okay, so religion check.
And I rolled a 10.
Yeah, so you don't know anything more than what Bimpkin and Berkley told you.
Cool. But my devise a stratagem to strike with Eldrin's heart would yield a 31.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, and I think that that's good enough. So
Okay.
while I was not able to ascertain any more religious information while I got close enough, I will still strike at him. Does a 31 hit?
It does.
Deals 20 damage.
Ooh.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, next up we've got Bimpkin.
All right. Bimpkin's going to stop sustaining Forbidding Ward on Willen because he ran away. And
That's fair.
Move closer towards Critchfield. It's one action, and then I will cast Spiritual Weapon.
Okay,
I still get to attack with it.
you do it.
Yeah. Natural 20.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So natural 20 with the floating spiritual rat dagger drives itself down at Critchfield.
9 damage.
9 points of damage. That will all go through.
Woo.
Nice.
You see the deformed, mutated vampire flinch in pain. And it is Berkley's turn. Berkley's going to come around a little bit and attempt to shoot another arrow. Okay, that's a natural 1 on his first attack. And a 10 on the second attack. So he misses with both arrows.
Oh, it's hard to shoot your best friend.
It's tough to shoot your best friend. But maybe this will shake stuff up, because once Berkley's turn ends, you all hear a rumble. The earth beneath you begins to vibrate and shake, and tiles in the side of the cathedral begin to crack off and begin to fall and collapse to the ground. And a huge hole begins to form on the steps where you were just standing talking to Berkley.
Whoa.
As a huge, invisible form bursts from the ground and begins tearing parts of the cathedral apart as it pulls itself up. You see just a cloud of dust and a strange bubble of air amongst the debris.
Is the rain dripping off of it?
You see a little bit of rain splashing, but you got the sense that it's like whipping around so wildly, and it's so large and has probably more than a few appendages. You're having a hard time getting a bead on it, but you can tell that it's in that space in front of the cathedral door.
Oh no, Willen's on the other side.
No. I'm always in like a terrible spot.
Oh yeah, and Willen is still inside the church. Knib-Knub, it is your turn.
Yeah, so Knib-Knub feels this thing shaking the earth and looks around and is like, finally, you're here. Oh man, I've been waiting to bite you for a long time. Then he kind of looks back at this guy in front of him who's, he could bite him too. It's a tough choice.
Well, he just squirmed out of your arms. That doesn't frustrate you?
Oh, it definitely frustrates me. I don't know if Knib-Knub is smart enough to realize that this thing is probably coming for this guy.
How about you roll a dice? Even is for even Steven, the vampire. Odd is for the weird, odd, invisible thing that just excited you.
Sure. Let's do it.
I like that.
All right, I rolled a 1, so that's odd. That's the Spawn of Yog-Sothoth, right?
Give her.
And it's taking up this entire space, or
Yeah, it just got
The
bigger.
red zone that I put down it's like a rough area, and currently all of that is difficult terrain due to the debris that it is creating as it pulls itself up from the underground and starts to destroy the front of the cathedral as it basically moves around. It's such a big creature that it's just blasting stuff apart.
Wow. Do I get an idea of exactly how big it is?
You would estimate it's huge.
Huge. I'm just wondering, because I do have a feat that allows me to grapple things that are 2 sizes. Yeah, 2 sizes larger than me, but I'm small. So that's
Right.
medium large. That's beyond my grappling capabilities.
Oh, just you wait.
Damn it.
I got something in store for you.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, now I'm excited. All right. Knib-Knub is going to charge directly at this thing that he can't see and try to bite it. Does Critchfield get any kind of reaction for me leaving?
He does not.
Excellent. Do I need to move another 5 feet to be within its...
Right now, it's somewhere in those red squares. So you're about 10, 15 feet roughly. But because it's invisible, you're not quite sure. You could do a seek and get more information. But that's its rough area. All I'm able to tell you right now.
A seek would maybe help me pinpoint it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, then
And
I'll do that.
That would be a perception.
Okay. 27.
Okay. So, yeah, if you go forward 15 feet, you will probably be right in base with it.
Perfect. I think that'll be all my moves.
That is correct.
Okay. I'm right up in its... I don't know if it has a face, but I'm right up in there. And Knib-Knub is just screaming now. And it's just like, you're gonna hurt my mommy, so I have to hurt you. He's going crazy.
Totally. All right, Willen, you've heard this huge crash. The front door has blasted in onto the ground. And there's a broom leaning against the wall beside you. What do you do?
Mm-hmm. I guess I'll grab the broom first off.
Okay. 1 action. Done.
1 action. Okay. Am I able to grab it and come back with 1 move action?
Sure.
Okay. Can I see Knib-Knub from here?
Yeah, you can see Knib-Knub through this torrent of rain and hail of debris and something splashing around in between the two of you.
All right, Knib-Knub. This may feel kind of funny. And I can cast Enlarge on you.
Oh, nice. I'm excited.
So you are now size large.
Oh, sweet. Holy shit, a large Knib-Knub? That's scary.
Unfortunately, you're a clumsy 1, but I think you'll be able to deal with that.
Holy shit, I cannot imagine a large Knib-Knub. That's
You
terrifying.
went from being like 4'2" or 3'6" or something like
Yeah.
that to being like 9'2".
Yeah, you like tripled in size,
Yeah,
basically.
and my muscles all triple in size too. I'm just like this hulking massive muscle.
Your clumsy 1, which is a penalty to your deck stuff.
Okay.
You have a reach of 5 feet.
Same reach.
Oh, no, increases by 5 feet. So you can attack from 10 feet away.
Oh, okay, sweet.
And you have a +2 status bonus to melee damage.
Which is right up your alley.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, that's all I got.
And what's really, really going to be awesome is I'm going to be able to grapple this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, sweet, let's do this.
Yeah.
All right. Critchfield's going to go, and he is going to attempt to claw Theobald.
All right.
So clock strikes out. That is 25 to hit Theo.
23 is my AC. That hits.
All right. So you're going to take, max damage, 14 points of slashing damage.
Oh.
And then he is going to use an action to grab you. And then he's going to lean in. And you hear him muttering, "So thirsty."
Gross.
And these tentacles start to wrap around your neck as his fangs drive into you. You are grabbed. And you are drained 1.
No.
Oh, no save for that?
Oh, I have to make an athletics check, actually. Hold on. I got an 18, and I think your fort DC is 20. So, my bad. You are not drained.
Woo.
Phew.
So he's currently trying to bite on you, and you're pulling him off and attempting to keep him away from your neck.
Yeah.
And just hisses.
How much damage did I take?
You took 14 points of damage, and it
Okay.
is now your turn.
I didn't like being bit at, so I'm going to do like a head shake and like a finger wave and use a skill feat called Fancy Moves, where I show off my fighting style, and I'm just like, you don't get to do that to me.
It's a dance fight.
Really doesn't feel like the appropriate time to do that.
I don't know, it feels right to
Color
me.
me impressed.
Yeah. Willen's looking through the debris and just watches Theobald start like dancing around, be like, all right, performance.
Not even scared.
I'm glad I hasted him.
Yeah, my +0. I rolled a 2.
All right.
Performance check.
Unfortunately, your fancy moves have no effect on this enraged vampire.
Nobody is demoralized.
Hero point.
Yeah,
Point.
hero point it. I want to see the best like Running Man dance we've ever seen. Should be a blur.
I'm curious how he uses Running Man in his fighting style, but
I'm going to do a hero point for my performance.
Oh, no.
okay.
I mean, vampires are not immune to being demoralized.
I mean, that's true.
Or are they?
Yeah.
18 for a performance check.
It's still a fail.
I probably
I don't
couldn't
think you
have
can
beaten it.
succeed
Yeah.
then.
Oh, no.
It was a much better dance, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all impressed, and that's the most important thing.
that is it.
We're going to remember that dance.
You've lured the vampire into a tango, but he's not intimidated by it.
You have like a rose in your mouth. Yeah.
He's still attempting to give you a hickey.
But you have inspired the rest of your comrades, so.
Excellent.
Yeah, add +1 to all your checks.
Can I use, like, for my recall knowledge, occultism to gain any information when I use my devise a stratagem to gain recall? Can I use occultism as my core skill instead of religion?
No, because vampires are under the religion sphere of knowledge.
All right, let me just quickly check my devise a stratagem and stabbing him with the Eldrin's Heart once more. 15 probably won't do what I want it to do.
You do have that other hero point.
I might save that for the big invisible monster.
All right.
I think in order for me to, like, toss my acid flask onto the vampire, it would be an action to pull it out and then another action to toss it.
Yeah, but you could do that this turn because you got
Yes.
just 2 actions left.
I'm going to do that. Okay, draw and strike. Blammo, 30 to hit with an acid flask.
Cool.
Okay, so that will hit. Do your damage.
Damage. 3 acid damage.
Oh.
So actually what's happening is acid flasks are a little bit different. He's taking 2d6 persistent damage.
Oh.
Oh, it's good.
Nice.
And then he takes 1 point of damage right now. And then both Theobald and the rat dagger get splashed for 2 points of acid damage.
What happens to the rat dagger?
I don't know. Probably doesn't even have hit points.
Oh, okay.
So I take 2.
Yeah,
Worth it
Always.
for that 3.
definitely worth it because he'll burn to the end of time for now. It is Bimpkin's turn.
Bimpkin's gonna turn around and then do the finger guns at the invisible creature and cast fairy fire on it.
Okay.
There's no save. I think he's just outlined in a colorful, heatless fire.
Okay.
Cool.
So all creatures in the area when you cast a spell are limbed in colorful, heatless fire of a color of your choice for the duration. Visible creatures can't be concealed, and invisible creatures become concealed rather than undetected. So you can see where it is. It's still a mischance to strike it, but you know where it is. So you don't have to make spot checks anymore. Any other actions, Bimpkin?
Yes, and then I will strike with the rat dagger.
Okay.
27 to hit.
That is a hit.
11 points of damage.
Alrighty. 11 points. Critchfield is looking pretty worn down. Does not look like he's having a good time over there. And it is Berkley's turn. Seeing his friend, his longtime friend and vampire master, coated in acid, Berkley is going to turn his attention to the tentacled, invisible, writhing, fairy-fired Spawn of Yog-Sothoth. Draw his bow and we'll shoot. That's a 23 to hit and a 6 on the concealment. It misses.
Oh, no.
And a 14 misses the AC. And a natural 1. So he's just like blasting arrows at this thing like, ah! Oh my god, it's the Spawn of Yog-Sothoth! He screams. Holy shit! This is it! And then the spawn is going to take its turn. This roiling and writhing tentacled beast that you just barely can make out with the fairy fire, the shape of its body. You can still not see what actually makes up its parts, but it's like somebody poured glow-in-the-dark paint on an invisible creature. It is going to lash out at Knib-Knub with a shove.
Don't shove me around.
This is going to be a athletic skill check against your fortitude DC, Knib-Knub.
Okay.
33.
Oh, so I guess he just crit.
Okay, so he crits, so you are pushed 10 feet away.
Oh, dang.
Back and to the right. And the creature has to move with you in that case. And then it will... it's going to lash at you with a tentacle for its second action.
All right.
That is a 20.
That doesn't hit my AC. Tentacle whacks against a dinner plate. Can't get through.
And final action, it will step away from the area of the fairy fire. I think it's still affected by it, but it's kind of getting away from that bright light.
Oh, it's an area. Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's...
I think it sticks on the creature, but that area that it something's driving it to move away from that. And that makes it Knib-Knub's turn.
Knib-Knub, well, he doesn't see this creature, but he feels it shoving him around and trying to hit him with stuff. And he can just sense that this thing, is the same as the thing that he senses is going to kill his mommy. So he needs to put an end to it. I think he's going to try grabbing onto it. 23.
Hero point.
23 against its reflex DC. That is a fail.
Nice. Wait, no. Fail for me or him?
You failed.
Oh, fuck.
Yay, I failed.
Yay. Okay, I'm going to try something. It's probably not going to work. I'm going to try to bite him, make a fearful strike. What's it called? An intimidating strike.
Okay.
A 31 to hit.
That does hit.
Nice.
Okay. Frightened 1.
I have the fear gems equipped. So that fear 1 goes up to frightened 2.
Oh, okay.
13 melee damage.
Okay. You notice that not all of that goes through. Seems to have some sort of resistance.
Okay. And that's going to be my turn.
Okay. Willen. So, Willen, you're at just inside the church door. You can see there's about 20 feet of difficult terrain in front of you before you can see this glowing outline of this creature next to Knib-Knub.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
All right, so I have this broom in my hand. It's important. So I'm going to start moving out. So I'll move my full distance. So that's 15. I guess that's 25 for one move action.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I'm going to hurl the broom in the air towards Theo.
Okay.
How far do you think I can throw it?
Do you have the telekinetic projectile spell?
No.
Do you have Mage Hand?
I do. So I was hoping I could throw it and then cast Mage Hand to catch it and then move the Mage Hand the rest of the way. Because I can cast Mage Hand at 30 feet and the Mage Hand itself can move 20 feet.
Right. Either way, we'll get the broom. The broom will be over there. We'll say you did something like that.
Okay, so I hurl the broom into the air, cast Mage Hand, catches it. And then I just hand it to Theo. I'm like, stab him with this.
Okay, so there's a broom floating in the air next to Theo.
Nice.
And it is Critchfield's turn. Critchfield's again going to attempt to drink from Theo. He's got to re-grapple you. That's a 20 against your fortitude DC.
Plus 11.
Plus another 10, so that's 21. So I fail. So you're not grabbed. He's going to try and grab you again with the claw attack. Miss. And I think that's his turn. You see some of his wounds beginning to patch back together.
Oh, no.
And then he's going to take the acid damage at the end of his turn here. 7 points of acid.
Oh, nice.
But you see that he manages to wipe the remains of the corrosive fluid off, and he's no longer taking persistent damage as he succeeded on his save. Theobald, still quickened. Your turn.
I'm going to launch an insightful quip at a foe, distracting them, which is just going to be Critchfield. Just be like, you're old and dumb.
Nice.
It's true.
So cool.
Okay, diplomacy check.
Diplomacy. 18.
Doesn't seem like a diplomatic chip.
Your bon mot falls short
No.
of Critchfield's winning intellect.
All right, so that was my bon mot. That's one action. I'm going to grab the broom. That's the second action.
Yes.
Okay.
So my devised stratagem with the broom. Can 19 hit a dying old man that's undead?
Vampire.
Vampire.
Yeah.
A dumb dying old man.
A dumb, dying old vampire.
That's so sad.
You got one action left, so you could hero point that, or you could just try to do something totally different with your last action.
I'm not going to hero point that. I still have that big thing to help kill. But then again, maybe helping kill this old man is going to really help. Yeah, I'm going to hero point 28.
Yes.
Is far better.
Nice.
Much better.
Will that hit?
That'll hit.
Yes. Damage. So it's 6 points of damage, but is he also now pinned because of the wooden stake?
He's not at 0 yet. As you drive the broken handle of the broom into him, he gasps, manages to wrench himself free of it. You can see that he is absolutely near going down. You're so close. It is now Bimpkin's turn.
All right. So spiritual weapon again on Critchfield. 29.
That is a hit.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah.
8 damage.
Yes, he collapses to the ground, the rat dagger having shanked him from behind.
Yeah.
Good job, Rat Dagger.
Nice.
And then I will cast Ray of Enfeeblement on the spawn creature.
Okay.
I think it is a fortitude save for you.
You make a ranged spell attack against the target.
Okay. So, ooh, 32 again.
Oh,
nice.
natural 20.
Nice.
Oh, okay. I need you now to roll concealment. You need a 5 or better.
Okay. 19.
Yeah.
Okay, your ray hits, and because you critically succeeded on the attack roll, no matter what my save is, it's one step worse.
Ooh,
Sweet.
nice.
So that was a 28, which I think would just be a normal success.
Yeah.
So that becomes a failure. What happens on a failure?
You are enfeebled too.
Enfeebled 2. You can barely make out that this creature's tentacles seem to shrivel as it becomes weaker. Strength being sapped from it.
I think that means you get a -2 to
-2 to anything to do with strength.
Saga.
Strength-based rolls and DC, strength-based melee attacks, damage rolls, and athletics checks are all at a -2.
Nice.
You're sufficiently debuffing this creature. Are you done?
Yes.
All right. Berkley is going to run over towards Critchfield, drawing a stake himself as he does. And he will drive the stake into Critchfield's unconscious body with his last action. He looks up to Theobald. I've got him. Now deal with that thing. Don't let him get to Critchfield.
Question is can we trust Berkley?
He starts pouring a healing potion in his mouth. It's okay, Chris.
Yeah.
There.
And it is the Spawn of Yog-Sothoth's turn. It is frightened 2, enfeebled 2. It is going to attempt to barrel past Bimpkin here. So, Knib-Knub, you will get an attack of opportunity as it leaves your space.
Thank you. Got 35 to hit.
35 is a crit.
Yes.
And I believe because you have attack of opportunity, you actually interrupt his movement.
Oh
so
my
he
God.
cannot get away from you.
That's awesome. 30 damage.
30 points of damage.
And they take 1d6 bleed damage.
Okay.
It's awesome.
Nice.
Bleed.
It roars unnaturally in pain and turns its attention back to you and will strike. Knib-Knub with the tentacle. A 19.
Dings off the plate again.
Second attack with the tentacle. A 30.
That'll hit.
All right, so you are going to take 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And it snatches you up.
Oh no.
The tentacle begins to wrap around your body and you become grabbed.
No.
So it grabs you, the tentacle wraps around you. You can feel these little gnawing mouths on the tentacle wrapped around you, attempting to burst into your flesh.
Ugh.
And it is Knib-Knub's turn.
Can I try to grab it while it's grabbing me? Do some wrestling?
Yeah, I think so, yep.
Are you allowed to delay in this?
Yep, you can delay.
Knib-Knub, can you wait just 1 second? I'll help you out, buddy.
Okay, 1 second.
All right.
All right, 1 second passes. Willen, you are up.
All right. I move close to you, and then I cast haste on you as well.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Boom.
Knib-Knub is also quickened.
All right, now you're good to go.
Now it's Knib-Knub's turn.
All right. So this thing has grabbed me, and if I grab it, we're grabbing each other, or does that end its grab?
Yeah, it doesn't end its grab. If you're grabbing it, you're just both taking the grab debuff.
Perfect. And it's still frightened.
Frightened 1 and enfeebled 2.
I think then my first action is going to be a shattering strike. Or sorry, shatter defenses. That's my new class feat that I got at level 6. So it only costs 1 action, but if a creature is frightened and I hit, it'll also become flat-footed.
Okay.
28 to hit.
That hits.
Then it becomes flat-footed. 15 damage.
Okay, and you see again that's just not taking all of that, but it is taking most of it. So that was 1 action.
Now I'll try to grab it. That's a nat 20.
Okay, it is restrained.
So it's grabbed and restrained, right?
Yep,
Okay, I'm just going to keep striking. 24.
that hits.
14 damage.
Does he still have to roll the concealment thing, even though he's grabbed?
Oh, yes. Whoops, I should have been doing that the entire time. Can you roll me 3 d20s there, Knib-Knub?
Yes, I can. Oh, boy.
I'll just do this. I just want to see this turn.
13.
Okay, good.
3.
Okay, so not restrained.
And then 17.
Okay, so that's good. So he'll still take that damage.
Man, the restrained, that was the best part. That's so brutal. I have 1 more action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just go for 1 more grab since I wasn't able to grab him. 16.
Not enough. Critchfield is currently unconscious and staked, so he's not going to regenerate. That makes it Theobald's turn.
So my first action will be a move to get within striking range of this hideous beast. My move speed is 25?
Yeah. Not quite close enough.
I'm going to use my second move action to get onto the other side of a giant Knib-Knub.
So you're flanking the spawn with Knib-Knub now.
Yep. I'm going to use Devise a Stratagem, which also gives me the ability to use Recall Knowledge.
And that would be an occult.
31.
Okay, 31 is a success.
Nice.
So you correctly identify this as a Spawn of Yog-Sothoth, writhing about underneath this glow-in-the-dark fairy dust that Bimpkin has cast upon it. I don't know, what do you want to know? I'll give you 2 questions about this creature's abilities.
Actually, I'm curious about what sort of special abilities a creature like this would have.
So based on what's happening, what you see like it trying to do to Knib-Knub and the bodies that you've seen before, you could conclude that this creature would attempt to drain the blood of anything and exsanguinate anything that it gets its hands onto.
Mm-hmm.
You also know that its natural form or its visible form would be so unspeakably terrifying that it would probably turn the stomach of anyone who were to lay eyes on its actual visible form.
Right. So it's almost better that we can't fully see it. Is that 1 question or that was 2?
That was 1.
That was 1. Curious about what kind of defenses it has.
It doesn't seem to be super fast. It does look like from the back and forth between it and Knib-Knub, you see that it's quite sturdy. And you know that being an elder abomination creature from beyond space and time, it's probably not super weak to mental effects.
Okay. I'm going to attack with Eldrin's Heart. This would be part of the Devise a Stratagem. So the Devise a Stratagem would have been a 16 to hit.
Okay. And you can see that Eldrin's Heart is just glowing like a lightning rod. It's glowing bright and blue as you're nearing up to this creature.
Okay. That's good. I'll see if 16 hits with Eldrin's Heart.
And it's a miss. So I think that was 4 actions.
Yep, so that was all 4 of my action.
With that, the creature squealing and screaming, attempting to grab Knib-Knub and break past to get to Critchfield. The rain pouring down, lightning strikes above, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks once again for listening to The House on Carrion Hill. If you want to support the show and all of our other podcast ventures, you can give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. It really does make a difference. You can also find us on social media at The House of Bob on Twitter and Instagram, or come by and join our Discord, chat with us and other fans. If If you want to support us financially, you could do so on Patreon. And I'd like to thank our existing patrons for making all of this possible. Bits of Cake, James, Thomas, Mortimer, Ben, Connor, Pedrig, Brandon, Team Eamon, Pavel, Christine, Tom, Elias, Mark, Jessica, Scooter, Tyler, Josh, Keith, Bluckett12, Tom, Jess, Kieran, Mike, Sylvia, and Luke. Thank you once again. Artwork for this episode is by me, Shaun Makes, and audio production and sound design is by Astronomic Audio. We'd like to thank Mike Hammock for all of the music for our show. Roll on.
Can't we just convince him to go back home into his nice little coffin?
We were going to kill you with the sunlight. How about you just chill for a bit?
Yeah. We had a whole plan, man.
Just go back to bed, please.
In this map, the church is really destroyed, but it's just because this is just the best shape map that I found.
Yeah,
so
gotcha.
The church is in better condition than you currently see it.
There's derelict in here.
Lots of stakes that you could choose from in this condition.
Yeah, I can just break off a chunk of the pew over here.
20 damage. There we go. That's my turn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
We should all say thanks after.
Thank you very much.
He only takes 3 of that.
What? Oh, because he died.
Yeah, so he's not actually dead.
Oh.
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 Oh no, he does take all of that because it was force damage. So yes, the dagger, the ghostly dagger,
what a
plunges into Critchfield's back. And he falls to the ground unconscious.
But then for a second he looks like he's gonna be alive, and then nope.
he
falls down again.
Lets out a sudden last gasp.